Welcome. On the 24th of January in 2026, we had an exposition about the artwork and the singing and the dance, which I have been developing in 45 years. And this is the second video. This is about the enormous influence of Nehalennia when I first met her. In the first video I told about the Neolithic influence, and now I will tell about the Roman Celtic goddess of Nehalennia. In 2004, more in 2003, but so 2003 and 2004, I made this painting. I'm not really a painter, but I make every year one painting to tell me what qualities I want to embody. I make dances about these paintings. And this time I really want to have an apple tree. My grandmother from Zeeland loves apples, my mother loves apples, and I do love apple. And I thought my next friend will have, we will buy a house and we have apple trees. So I made these apple trees. And then I looked to what apple tree mean. And then I discovered Nehalennia. It could be that I have heard of her in the boeken van Marion Bradley about the priestesses of Avalon. Once one of the priestesses goes traveling to Europe, and then she went to a temple in Upper Belgium, Genuantes, but I was a little bit forgotten about it. So when I discovered Nehalennia, I thought I want to know everything what I can learn about her. And since then, that is for 22 years, I've been studying Nehalennia. Nehalennia is found in 1649 at the shore by Domburg. 12 big altars, votive altars, met thank you Nehalennia for the safe journey. And on those stone altars from 1 meter high, 120, 140, stand always the Roman text, because she's a Celtic Roman goddess. So she belongs to this region, and because of the Romans traveled to the north around the year 0, and on the edge they certainly honored the goddess and the gods of the people which belong to the region. But that they make so much altars is quite magic. And when the Oosterschelde, that is a river, was sheltered from the sea by construction, they knew there was a temple in the river, and they dive for the altars. And then they found 300 altars of this lady with her name on it. This was done in 1971, when the delta works were getting finished, and this area of the temple would be totally filled with sand, meter sand. So they needed to do it in a few years to discover this deity. And I didn't heard of her. I was so angry when I found the Neolithic wisdom of the woman, and I thought, we have nothing about this, but we have a very big found. There's always 12 standing in the Rijksmuseum voor Oudheden in Leiden, but 12 from the big and whole areas is for her, but most people go to the Egypts and don't visit her. So I will recommend, if you go to Leiden to the Ancient Museum, visit Nehalennia as well.
Video of Nehalennia. She conducts the waters of knowledge and well-being. Through the ages, feel her in the mysteries. Awake in the warmth, she tames the strength. The desire burns to embrace the world. She picks up the thread, spins a guideline, weaves life into a rope of love. She soothes the raging wind, breaks the clouds open, makes the weather, brings the souls home. Time may ripen, she received in way. The future lies in her lap, she gave birth to new life. She conducts the waters of knowledge and well-being. Vigil of Nehalennia. Nehalennia, 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 Nehalennia.
Her altar is always with a dog, apples, and this one is she stands with the foot on the ship. Sometimes she has the steer from a sailing ship in the hand. So she is a lady of autonomic decision and strategy. She's thanked for the safe journey. And I learned, by the way, that she initiated me in very much areas. One of the initiation is in saying goodbye, to liberate the relationships. En I wrote a book, Vrijgeven, Vieren van Verbintenissen. She initiates me in Ode to the Last of the Female Lineage, because I had a question. Why did I know nothing about my ancestry? She learns me about the whisper of the ancestors. She learns me about how to stand up, how to listen to the sea, how to be clairvoyant, clair-hearing. She is sitting and abiding. And nowadays, as other women, you need to be busy and busy. But she shows femalehood in silent waiting, watching, abiding. She knows the way of sacred waiting. So, ever since 2004, when I saw her first, she's guiding me in womanhood, specific in the way of abiding and waiting. Since then I've wrote, I think, 20 poems, and Suzan had made many poems to a song. So, Nehalennia. Certainly if you're European, remember her name, because she is the biggest fount of the time of the Roman, which tells about how the ways were going, because the altars came always from afar. They were made in Cologne, and they came from whole area of West Europe. One thing I didn't understand. Why, if the sailors went to England with their vessels and come back, why did they go to Zeeland in the south and go then to the north to Katwijk, to travel then down the Rhine to Cologne and further? And then there was a mystery. If you look on England, where all the buries are, Canterbury, Salisbury, Stonehenge, they are all on one latitude, 51. And then I look on the atlas and saw where Domburg, Middelburg, also Bury, but then in Dutch, and BurgHaamstede, where they are situated. They are all on the 51 degree. So the sailors went from England to Holland to this island and low water, high water, very mysterious region where you could see lighten of the sea, because they only travel, of course, in the summer. The name of Nehalennia, one of her second names, is the healing light of the sea. And light of the sea is the magic, if the bioluminescence of the small animals give light when it moves in the summertime. Nehalennia, the healing light by the water.
Nehalennia foresees the healing light of water, water preserve knowing, information flows in seas of time. From within, true to my compass, I have the rudder in my hand, I bear fruits in my womb, I listen to information. Information flows in seas of time. Nehalennia provides clean images. I bear and endure, protect and reflect. I observe and I am aware, see opportunities coming. I wait and watch, turn winds, generates prosperities, place beacons of light. Nehalennia provides clean images, information flows in seas of time. I see the light, taste the blessing of forward driving sentences, embraces surprises, and follow my way. Nehalennia foresees, Nehalennia foresees. Nehalennia foresees the healing light of water, water preserve knowing, information flows in seas of time. From within, true to my compass, I have the rudder in my hand, I bear fruits in my womb, I listen to information. Information flows in seas of time. Nehalennia provides clean images. I bear and endure, protect and reflect. I observe and I am aware, see opportunities coming. I wait and watch, turn winds, generates prosperities, place beacons of light. Nehalennia provides clean images, information flows in seas of time. I see the light, taste the blessing of and follow my way. Nehalennia foresees, Nehalennia foresees.